The notion that the mainstream media uses climate change to oppress Christians is a complex and multifaceted topic that warrants examination. At its core, this idea suggests that the media's coverage of climate change is somehow discriminatory towards Christians, either intentionally or unintentionally. To explore this concept, it's essential to consider the intersections of environmentalism, Christianity, and media representation. One possible argument is that the media's focus on climate change can be perceived as a threat to traditional Christian values, such as the concept of dominion over the natural world. Some Christians interpret the biblical account of creation as granting humans authority over the earth, which can be seen as conflicting with the environmental movement's emphasis on preserving and protecting the planet. The media's emphasis on climate change, therefore, could be viewed as an attempt to undermine this aspect of Christian theology. However, it's crucial to recognize that this perspective is not representative of all Christians. Many Christian denominations and organizations have explicitly stated their commitment to environmental stewardship, citing biblical passages that emphasize humanity's responsibility to care for the earth. The media's coverage of climate change, in this context, can be seen as a reflection of the growing recognition among Christians that environmentalism and faith are not mutually exclusive. Another argument is that the media's portrayal of climate change can be alienating for Christians who hold conservative or skeptical views on the topic. The media's tendency to present climate change as an unequivocal fact, with little room for debate or dissent, can be perceived as dismissive of alternative perspectives. This can lead to feelings of marginalization and exclusion among Christians who may not accept the scientific consensus on climate change. Furthermore, the media's characterization of climate change skeptics as deniers or anti-science can be seen as a form of rhetorical oppression, where certain viewpoints are delegitimized and stigmatized. Moreover, the media's focus on climate change can also be seen as a means of promoting a particular ideology or worldview that may be at odds with Christian values. The environmental movement, with its emphasis on collective action and global cooperation, can be perceived as a challenge to traditional Christian notions of individual responsibility and national sovereignty. The media's coverage of climate change, in this context, can be viewed as a vehicle for promoting a secular, progressive agenda that may be in tension with Christian teachings. Despite these potential critiques, it's essential to recognize that the media's coverage of climate change is not inherently anti-Christian. Many media outlets have made efforts to include diverse perspectives and voices in their reporting, including those of Christian leaders and organizations. Additionally, the media's emphasis on climate change can be seen as a reflection of the growing recognition among people of all faiths that environmental issues are a moral and ethical imperative. Ultimately, the relationship between the media's coverage of climate change and its impact on Christians is complex and multifaceted. While some Christians may feel that the media's emphasis on climate change is oppressive or marginalizing, others may see it as an opportunity to engage in important discussions about faith, ethics, and the environment. Rather than viewing the media's coverage of climate change as a form of oppression, Christians can work to engage with the issue in a constructive and nuanced manner, recognizing both the scientific consensus and the moral imperative to care for the earth. By doing so, Christians can help to promote a more inclusive and respectful dialogue about climate change, one that acknowledges the diversity of perspectives and values within the Christian community.